achy breaky hot. Nice to see you. Three wheels. Do re mi fa sol. All right, I'm ready. Hi, folks. How you doing today? Okay, here we are. This is our third podcast of a series. My name's Michael, and I am the unofficial greeter of Laguna Beach. And today I want to mention to remind you, every year we have our own Patriots Parade. And what I mean by our very own Patriots Parade, it's not a calendar Patriots Day in April. It's our Patriots Day. Normally it takes place the first week of March. And we honor all our patriots, all our people in the city, from the military down to the junior citizen, the mayor, things of that nature. We honor their good work and what they've done in a positive way for the city. So next year, make sure you mark that on your calendar to attend the parade. It's a great parade, and it's another great tradition here in the city that we're proud of, and we honor everybody. And it's a very. We also have hospitality night, is when Santa Claus arrives, and that's a community day. So our Patriots Day it brings all the community out during the day with the sunshine and all activities, and very patriotic, and it represents and it shows that the residents, the business owners, the municipality, and our police department is very proud of the city, and we get to show that on Patriots Day, on our Patriots Parade Day. So just to remind you, mark that down next year so you can attend. I know you'll really enjoy it. So today is, hi kids, nice to see you, family. Enjoy the beach today. So today is a beautiful Friday in Laguna Beach with all the styles and smiles going to the beach this morning. Good day, sunshine. And here we are. Also, I'm going to share with you today one of my stories of meeting celebrities, politicians, musicians, actors, and so on and so forth. And hello, nice to see you. So today, I'm going to share a couple stories with you with Elton John, when I hung out with Elton John. So here we are. It's July 21st, 2023. It's a pleasant day, beautiful summer day for all the families going by and the beachgoers. Hi, little surfers, big brother, little brother. And tonight I'm gonna spend some time at the Sawdust Festival with some friends. Remember, Thursdays is locals days for the Sawdust, so you can get in free on Thursdays as long as you can show an ID that you live here in town. But I look forward to going to the Sawdust tonight with my friends after dinner, and there should be some music there, and I'm gonna walk around and say hi to everybody. And it's fun just walking over there. So I hope you've had a good summer so far. We've some interesting weather, but every day is better. And here comes my friend Teddy. And this is Teddy. How are you? He's from Liverpool, but don't hold that against him. How are you? Good to see you today. And so anyways, here we go. We're heading on the weekend here. Today's Friday. Tomorrow's July 22nd. Oh, here, first and foremost, I'm going to show you what I'm going to wear today when I'm greeting. I'm going to pull it out of the bag. Here it is. It's pretty interesting. This is Elton John's coat, so we're going to show Elton John. An outfit Elton John wore during his 1974 tour, and he signed it over to a merchandising company. So this is really Elton John wear. Elton John wear. So this is what I'm going to wear today to greet the city. Is the Elton John outfit, and this is Elton John's merchandise, and I'm proud of it. But I wanted to touch base. Today I made the newspaper. So I made the local Laguna Beach Independent newspaper. There's a company that came along and used my image on a pair of shoes. So he also used Isla Lawson. He's the other greeter prior to me. And I want to show you the shoe. The front page, Joan Gladstone, one of the local artists, is modeling the shoe with my image on it over here, and then Isla Lawson. And then there's an article in the paper, where to buy them, a little history on who I am and what I do, and it mentions the Isla Lawson, the greeter. So I'm proud of that, and then the proceeds, certain amount of money will go to me each pair that's sold. And I hope to sell 1 million pairs so I can be a millionaire. No. So anyways, that's today's newspaper, July 21st, 2023. And I'm proud of the article. It shows a photo of myself in here with the gentleman that created the shoes. If I can get to it here. Let's see here. Come on, Michael. There it is. Hold on. All right. So it shows a photo of myself and the gentleman that created the shoes, and Joan Gladstone, the artist, up here wearing a pair of the shoes. So if you have time, read it. It's in the Independent, July 21st. It's our local newspaper. And today, good afternoon, sir. And I let the family know I said hello. So today, I'm going to share a story with you, a couple stories. So as you know, for 15 years solid, almost 20 years, I went to big events uninvited. So today, I was going to share a story with myself and Elton John. And I'll show you 3 different photos. Here's one photo. It's a really good photo. So Elton John, he has an annual Academy Awards party every year to benefit the AIDS program. He has an AIDS benefit that he raises money for HIV and AIDS. And this is one of the parties I went to one night. That's his photo. Can you zoom in on that, or can you see it?
Right there is perfect.
All right. So I hung out with Elton John a half a dozen times in my lifetime, and I have some great stories with him. And here's another time he was holding the event. He's not that tall. I'm crouching down. And then here's another one where I met him. And after that photo, he mentioned to me that, "Sir, you've had a good time here tonight, and it's time for you to go." So he kicked me out after this photo. And then I have a photo here to show you. I want to show you this. This is a photo of Elton John and Billy Joel. And that's their two pianos. It was the face-to-face tour. And this particular night, it was February 11th, 2001 at the Forum. And this goes to show how close I was to the stage. So after I took this photo, they went backstage and he came out and Elton John started Piano Man. And then Billy Joel joined in. And then when Billy Joel joined in, I jumped on stage and I jumped on Elton's piano. And I'm walking on his piano, grand piano, 12,000 people at the Forum. And he looks up at me and he puts his hand out to shake my hand. And he plays the piano with one hand. And when he's clutching my hand, I look out into the audience, and front row, Bob Dylan is eyeing me, looking right at my eyes while Elton John has his hand in me. I turn around, I did a little jig, and I ran from Elton John's piano, jumped 5 feet on the Billy Joel's piano, and when I jumped on Billy Joel's piano, Billy Joel says to the audience, "Incoming kamikaze soy bomb," and he slaps me 5. And 12,000 people roared. I turned around, jumped off Billy Joel's piano onto the stage. I jumped from the stage to the audience in front of a sports news correspondent, Roy Firestone. Roy Firestone and his wife said, he can't believe I just done that. And then the security came and got me, but because it was the end of the show, they just let me go. I know it sounds unbelievable, but it did happen. It was one of my greatest rock experiences I ever experienced. But that photo right there is the night I jumped on the pianos at the Forum in Los Angeles. And then, while I'm on the subject, I also met Billy Joel later on. And that's the photo of Billy Joel and I when I met him. And that was at the Music Cares Awards. So that's my Elton John story. Elton John gives back to the world. He's a very, very compassionate, understanding, generous human being. He's very congenial and always pleasant. Even if it's a situation where it's frustrating, he always holds his composure. He always holds his composure very well, and he's very understanding. So I'm lucky to have hung out with him as many times as I have, uninvited. And as the biggest celebrity that he is and performer, he could have many times. He did not have to reach out and shake my hand while I'm standing on his piano during a live performance. But he felt that I was no harm, and I think he enjoyed the atmosphere of the spontaneous of that reaction. Because believe me, he could have had me arrested and taken out of there. So anyways, that's my Elton John story. And I'm a big Elton John fan, and Billy Joel. So essentially, I stole the show from Billy Joel and Elton John. Yes. So in Billy Joel's eyes, because he has a song called Big Shot, I was a big shot. And in Elton John's eyes, I stole this show. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I don't know. How was that? Did that look a little weird? Was that all right? But I wanted to say something. Let's see. There's two things I can use. So Billy Joel has the song. So I became a piano man. I jumped from one grand piano, Elton John's, live in front of a live audience, right after shaking his hand while he played the piano. And I jumped, and then Billy Joel slaps me 5. So I was a big shot, and what's Elton's song that I can refer to that? Can't think of it right now. But I did steal their show. I went backstage, and the band members said they've never seen anything like that in all their touring life. So, and that's not going to ever happen again, especially nowadays. Our friend Elton has retired from live performance, or retired from the touring performance. So today is different also. You won't be able to do that even if they were still touring, because our security and our society is way different from 20 years ago, you know? So I did that 2011. And I've talked to Billy Joel after that, and he was pleasant to me. And like, he gave me that photo after I gave him the story. So that's my story, but I don't lie, embellish, or exaggerate any of my stories. And, I did that kind of stuff for 15 years solid and almost 20 years. So anyways, and it's years ago it was a bragging story. It's a great story, and I would love one day Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan was with his publicist, Elliot Mintz. I would love Bob Dylan as a witness, Elliot Mintz, Davy Johnston, that's Elton John's musical director, Elton John himself, and Billy Joel, and Roy Firestone to come on our local radio station and give that story. And not just to talk about myself, to give the story, but to raise money for Elton John's AIDS benefit. I think it would be a great combination to anticipate the story, have them come on our local radio station, let them give the story, good and bad. Bernie Taupin, his lyricist, was sitting right near me at the time. So, and Bernie and I have talked about it. And David Johnston, I went to see Billy Joel several years later at the Hollywood Bowl, and David Johnston came out of the audience, saw me, introduced me to his family, and gave the same story I just gave you. So, so it's a great fan story. If you're a rock and roll fan like I am, it's the ultimate fantasy fan story that nobody believes me, and they won't believe me until Elton John or Bob Dylan, Billy Joel, Roy Firestone, and also Davy Johnston gives that story. It was before the days of iPhone. There was no iPhones. They may have footage somewhere, but like I said, I don't embellish, exaggerate, or lie about my stories. That's 110%. You can take that to the bank. What possessed me to do that, I don't know, but it really went on. So I was a rock and roll star for 20 seconds, and I did steal their show. If it wasn't the last song, I probably would have went to an Inglewood jail. But because it was the last song, the security just let me go. And thank God, because I wouldn't want to have been put in an Inglewood jail for the night. So that's my Elton John story, and I'm sticking with it. And thanks for listening. That's a good story. I don't think I even told that story